Hey y'all, welcome to Game Day with Heavy Cardboard, where we talk, teach, and play medium and heavy strategy board games, war games, and 18xx. Well, as you all can see, over my right shoulder, we have Manoeuvre today.
Manoeuvre.
Right, Manoeuvre by GMT, published by GMT and designed by Jeff Horger. We're going with Horger. You sure, go with it. So I'm your host, Edward Euler, joined by
Tony.
All right, you guys know him, former co-host of the show, and still very good friend, so that's a plus. So, war game today, pretty basic, entry level, I would say.
Sure.
A little tactical war game, card-driven game, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So this will be my first time playing. Tony's going to be taking over the teach today, and as always, we're going to bring down the chat and the side cameras until the teach is over, and then we'll bring you guys back. So thanks, everybody, joining us live around the world as well as after the fact. So, yeah, Manoeuvre. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
All right, let's do this. Take it away, Tony.
All right. Manoeuvre is it's a pretty modular game because the board, as you can see set up here, we've selected 4 tiles. The game comes with a crap load of tiles that can be used to have changing battles. And there are 8 different armies in the box, in the base set. And so today, Edward is playing the Russians, I'm playing the French. So it's kind of the summer of 1812,
right
before things started going really bad, and for my emperor,
right.
And so that's our scenario today. We're on the plains of Russia out there. So, Manoeuvre. Let's talk about the way the game's going to end first. How do you win, right?
Yeah, let's do that.
One of 2 ways. Either you win through an attrition victory.
So everybody starts with 8 units here.
If I kill 5 of those, I win.
Right. So 7 there. I already got 1 out for an example.
Exactly. And this can happen, and if it does happen, that I would lose my 5th unit while I'm killing your 5th unit, well, it turns out I lose. Okay, so that the Emperor did not look kindly on me. Neither Emperor, right, on us wasting our troops like that. So
correct.
The other way you can win is by controlling the battlefield at nightfall.
Okay, so what does that mean?
So we each have a deck of 60 cards. There are 20 what's called headquarter cards in our deck. And then for each of our 8 units, there are 5 cards each. So when both of us have played all 60 of our cards, that is nightfall, and the game will end. Okay. And we're going to see who controls the most territory on the other guy's half of the board to determine who the victor is.
All right.
And there are some tiebreakers indeed involved with that. One of the key things to note there is that if I play all 60 of my cards before you play all 60 of yours...
And I still have a couple left here, you get to shuffle.
I shuffle up and keep going, lucky me.
Right.
Until you're done, and then nightfall happens, okay? Because it's probably not going to be the case that we both play all 60 simultaneously.
Sure,
like that,
right. So, attrition, kill 5 units.
Yep.
Or both
nightfall.
of us, or nightfall, and then we figure out who controls whose half better.
Yep.
All right, got it.
Before we can play the game, we're going to set up the game, but we're gonna have a few things laid out here just to get us through the conversation of learning how to play the game. But the basic gist of the setup is we're each going to draw 5 cards from our shuffled deck. That's our starting hand. There is an advanced variant where you can just pick the 5 cards you want to start with and then shuffle the rest of your deck, and that's pretty cool.
However, since this is my first game...
Yes. The other thing we're going to do is all 8 of our units will be set up in these back 2 rows. And then we're going to play the game. But we're going to do that in a little bit because we're going to move some pieces around to show you guys a few of the things about the game.
Cool.
Many of the cards we're just going to talk about when they happen. The text on the cards is very, very good, and we'll bring those out when they happen. So we need to know some basics. Basic number 1, the sequence of play.
All right.
5 phases. I'm going to do all 5, then it's your turn to do all 5.
Yes, sir.
Back and forth, back and forth.
And by the way, the player aid here, really excellent job of laying everything out here. So we're going to be following along with those off camera.
So the first phase is the discard phase. As I mentioned, we're going to begin the game with 5 cards in our hand. So however many cards I have in my hand at the beginning of my turn, because I could use cards during your turn, Edward, I can discard as many of those as I wish to, keep as many as I want, etc.
Cool.
Which then brings us to phase 2, draw phase. Up to 5 cards.
All right.
Get your hand back up, right?
Cool. Easy enough.
Easy
All right.
enough. Then the movement phase.
All right.
So we're going to go over to the map, and I must move one of my units.
Okay.
All right. Infantry can move 1 square. Cavalry can move 2 squares. Nothing is ever diagonal in this game.
So everything is orthogonal. Got
Everything is orthogonal. So
All right.
my cavalry movement of 2, there's no diagonal. My infantry movement of 2, there's no
So,
diagonal.
for instance, a cavalry can go 1, 2, or they could go 1, 2.
Yepper.
That's okay. Got it.
Yepper. After I move my 1 unit, and sometimes it might just be a trivial move back in the back ranks, who knows, we're going to go to the combat phase. If I wish to, as the active player, I can designate 1 combat. Don't have to.
So only 1 for your entire turn.
1 combat for my entire turn. The movement is compulsory, the combat is not.
Okay.
There's 4 kinds of combat. There's ambush combat. Now we're using the Russians and the French, so there are no ambush cards in our deck. So
Right.
there won't be any ambush combat.
Those dirty Americans
The
did, though,
Americans
right?
have 4 ambush cards in their deck. So this is why people can't trust Americans. They have 4 ambush cards. So ambush combat. There's assault combat, which is primarily the form of combat we're going to be using today
Okay.
with our cavalry and our infantry. There is bombardment combat, which our artillery units are going to be capable of doing. And there is volley combat, which, because we're using the Russians and the Americans, we don't have any guys that volley. But those pesky Americans, they do have guys that volley. And volleys, that's just like ranged rifle fire.
So that's an American card, but we won't see that
Yeah.
much. All right. And by much, I mean only for example.
So all we're going to care about today is assault and bombardment.
Okay.
Finally, the 5th phase of my turn will be the restoration phase, where I can attempt to restore one of my units that has been reduced in strength, and or I can build a redoubt.
Okay.
And have to have a card to build a redoubt. There's redoubt cards in our decks, right? There
Okay.
you go. Cool. So, speaking of the decks, I already mentioned there's 8 cards for each of your units.
Mm-hmm.
That's an important number to keep in mind, because if you've already burned through 5 of them, that unit will be less effective
Sure.
later in the game.
Okay.
And as your discard piles, neither of us could look at either discard pile.
So top card only.
Top card's the only thing you can see.
Okay.
All right.
Good to know.
Cool. A couple of things about movement. I mentioned infantry can move 1, cavalry can move 2.
Mm-hmm.
Cavalry must stop if it enters a field or a marsh. We happen to have 1 field on this board and no marsh today. There is marsh on some of those.
Right. And there are a plethora
Oh, yes.
there's just a ton of different cards, and we just randomly selected 4, and that's what we ended up with.
There are supply cards that can help us move. We can only play 1 supply card in our turn, but our supply card will allow us to move another unit. So
Yep.
I could get some more footwork going on, or hoof work, as the case may be. And there are force march cards, which will help units move further. And you can only ever play 1 of those on a unit in a particular turn. So I could play multiple force march cards, but on different units.
And it's interesting to note the Russians don't have forced march.
You don't have any forced march.
We have no forced march, so you will not be playing along with me and seeing forced march.
I have 3, sir.
You do.
Yes.
Okay.
The Emperor was quite the slave driver, I guess.
Right.
I don't know. I mentioned that I can only play 1 forced march card per unit in this context because there are guerrilla cards in the decks. There's the Russian guerrilla card right there.
Play to prevent one of the following actions of an opponent.
You've got 2 of those. I've got none of those, by the
Okay,
way.
there you go. So
Right.
I can counter your forced march.
Right. But that doesn't mean I can then play another forced march on that same unit.
But you can play it on a different,
Different
unit.
unit, right.
Got it.
Cool.
Okay.
And the guerrilla can kill a couple of other cards too.
All right.
Cool. So let's talk about assault combat.
Let's.
All right. We got some stuff on the board here.
Finally, we get to actually do stuff out here. All right. Here we
I
go.
have the French 2nd Léger, some light infantry out there.
And I have the Liebe Grenadiers.
Nice. Good soldiers both, actually. And if I am the active player, let's say,
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and declare an attack here.
All right.
So the way the mechanics work on this is I must play a card that matches the name of the unit
Okay.
and point out the defender, right?
Okay.
Boom. So that's going to happen.
So you choose the defender as well?
Yeah, who I'm attacking.
Okay, got it.
Okay, so the second Leger is going after the lead Grenadiers.
All right, roger that.
And there's my card to prove it. So
Okay.
now, if you have a withdraw card in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
you have the option of playing that card and withdrawing.
I may or may not. I elect not to, though.
In this particular case,
Right.
yeah.
Okay,
If you
cool.
withdraw, there's rules about that in terms of your back line being the highest priority of direction, the sidelines, and then my line, if that's the only way you can go towards.
Got it.
When you
Okay.
and there has to be an empty square there.
Right,
So in this case, you chose not to withdraw.
correct.
Cool. So now you as the defender can play cards to bolster your defense.
And it must be a named or the same name. And oh, hey, look at that. I do have one. So
Right.
I say yes. I do elect to play them,
You can also elect to play a leader card.
which I could have played
Kutuzov, is that who you got?
Kutuzov.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Kutuzov is
Okay.
fabulous.
All right. But I elect to hold him back.
Right.
Okay.
If you did play him, he's got a combat value
Correct.
that would add to your defense. So your unit is a defense here of 6 plus the 5 from the card.
Right.
And then if you had Kutuzov out there, it'd be...
So I could have played both cards.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
All right. And you could play as many of the Lieb Grenadier cards as you care to.
Because there are how many?
5.
Right.
Right. So then, after you play your cards, it comes to me.
Mm-hmm.
I can now play cards to bolster my offense.
Okay.
My first thing that I can do is I could just play a skirmish card and go, JK, just kidding. Right? It's more like a feint.
Okay.
Okay? In which
So
case, the attack is called off,
And it just makes me burn cards.
but I got my card back.
Right.
Yeah. Or I could do similar things like I could play a committed attack, which is going to be a stronger attack, but casualties for me. I could play a commander as well, a leader card, adding the combat value. I could play a commander to add his command value. So Davos, his command value is 4. Command value -1 equals the number of also adjacent units that I could bring into an attack as supporting units. So if those units were there, Davos,
Orthogonally adjacent to
the defender.
target. Okay.
Davos could suck all that in. That'd be a really bad day for the Lieb
Yeah,
Grenadiers.
they're not looking good.
Yeah. And of course, I could also play more cards of my attacking unit of the second Leger
Okay.
to bolster my attack values.
All
Okay.
right.
You'll notice on my Leger card, it says the attack is 2d6. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to add up all the defensive points. We're going to add up all of our attacking points, and then the attacker is going to add the die roll to that.
All right.
And then we're going to consult the chart, okay?
All right.
So
You wanna run through real quick?
we could. So you're an 11.
So 6 plus 5 defense, so I'm at 11.
Right.
And yours?
Well, if I had Davos out here, his combat is a 5, so I'm at 11, and then I have my die roll still to come. So I would flip this into the tray. I can't see what that is.
21 or 22.
That's an 11?
Yeah.
Wow, it's a pretty hot roll. So a
Get that out of your system.
Yeah, 22 to 11 is doubled, right?
Right.
So we're going to look at the chart, and if it's double, I get to choose whether you have to retreat or take a hit. Of course, if you can't retreat, then my choice is clear. You take a hit.
Yep.
So you'll notice when we flip over units, they have this bar through them, and their strength goes down. So those are reduced strength units, okay? I want you to notice in the Russian army, I went from a 6 to a 3, you went from a 6 to a 5. The one thing the Russians don't lack is manpower.
Right.
Even reducing you, there's a lot of muskets there, so.
In addition to that, though, because I was in the forest,
Correct.
so in the woods, defense would have gotten +2, so
+2.
that technically would have been 13
So
defense.
being in the woods, you're not doubled.
Right.
I merely beat your total.
Correct.
So you choose.
So now I would choose either to retreat or to take a hit. And again, retreat, he must move backwards if available. If not, then to either adjacent side, or if it's possible,
Yeah.
the last resort was
last
to go.
resort.
What if he cannot retreat.
See ya.
He's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
He gone.
Right.
All right. Cool. So bombardment. Let me try to say that word again. Bombardment combat with our artillery is much simpler, actually. So if I had this Imperial Guard artillery here, I'll put
Actually,
my
here, put him.
put it
there we
back
go.
there a bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So my range is 2, so I can 1, 2. I can
And they
reach
must
out.
be in a straight line.
Must be in a straight line. I can't go 1, 2
Sure. Right.
in this game. Things like the hills, the woods, the towns would break my line of sight, right? So I can't shoot through the woods. I can shoot into the woods.
Okay, so this is legit.
Yeah.
But if I were there and you were here, then you can't shoot through the woods.
Cannot see you.
Got it. Okay.
All right. So bombardment stuff is really much easier combat, right? So your total is your number plus your terrain. So in this case, an 8 because you're in the woods. My total is the die roll, basically. So I could roll 2d6, and then if I was on a hill, there's a plus there for attacking, right? So in this case, I'm not on a hill. I rolled a 10, so I'd got an 18 against your 8. So then
More than double?
In the case of a bombard or a volley, it's just a simple, I must beat your number.
Okay.
And if I do, you're reduced.
So it doesn't matter how much you beat it by, just you have to beat my number.
Just have to beat you.
So in that case,
and reduce you.
There you go. Boom,
Yeah,
done.
yeah.
Okay.
Of course, once you're reduced, the next reduction is
Out of the game.
out of there.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
Pretty simple.
Definitely simple. So then again, the restoration phase at the end, right? That's when you can bring the lead grenadiers back up to strength, possible if you are the attacker, if you're the active player, or you can build a redoubt. And so that's the last thing to really talk about in terms of combat is a redoubt. So if I build a redoubt, it's adding 3 to my rolls, right? And so
For defense?
For defense.
Right. Okay.
So if I'm in there and you were attacking me, I'm really in 11.
Okay.
And the redoubt, even though the artwork shows the redoubt in a certain way, it's all the way around. So,
Okay. Got it.
yeah.
Okay.
And when I leave my redoubt for any reason, he goes away.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't stay there for the opposing
No.
side
Yes.
or a new unit.
Correct.
Got it. All right.
Matt and I did play many times where the redoubt stay there,
Yeah.
and it's pretty interesting.
All right. And that's pretty much it, isn't it?
That's pretty much it.
Again, 5 units killed, or we both go through our decks.
Yep.
And then at that point, it's whoever has control of more spaces on the opposing side of the board.
Yes.
Right?
So an opposing space is meaning I occupy the space, that counts as 1.
Uh-huh.
Or perhaps I'm on my side of the line still, but I
Right.
still exert my influence here. As long as you didn't have something adjacent to that
So
square
if
as
I had
well,
that-
negating my influence.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Pretty simple. Let's rock and roll. Let's bring everything up, guys.
All right. So we're going to pick our 5.
Or no, we're not.
Or
no, we're
not
going to
pick.
draw.
I'm shuffling these crappy cards here.
So if you guys have any questions, feel free. For the actual cards, though, the actual play of the cards, we will just as we draw them, go through them as needed. Or I not really as we draw them, because then the other side would know, but more we will as we play them, go ahead and bring them up.
Oh, get that American out of here.
Yep.
But wait a minute, the French and the Americans are allies. I get to use that card, don't I?
All right, so we set up all 8 of our units on our back 2 line after we draw our cards, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is correct.
All right. It's a pretty quick playing game, about an hour or so.
Well,
Give
it
or
might
take
be
a little
90 or
bit.
something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
you know. Which would be fine.
So because it was a gentlemanly war-ish,
Yeah.
still
yeah.
back then, so here. Best of luck to you, sir.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, you
All
want
right.
to be first or second?
Oh, I'll let you go first.
All right, it means I got to set up first.
Okay. All right. So I'll draw my 5. Here, while you're thinking about it, don't look at the screen, and I will actually go ahead and...
Franny,
Oops. And-
both have to go through their decks.
Yep.
All right.
Okay, and I will go through...
Oh,
There we go. All right, so...
I like some of the things I'm seeing.
Interesting draw. So let's go ahead and let's see, what do we have? We have there. We have.
All right, let's take a lay of the land here.
All right.
I believe that is going to happen like that.
So the ones on the bottom row are the units that I have cards for, and then the top row I might not. So all right. So Tony is setting up.
All righty, let's see.
Correct. Bomb MK. Yep, exactly. So,
What's that, sir?
oh no, I was just going to say, go ahead and place your bets now, y'all. All right.
Yeah, I think this is going to be okay. I'm gonna put the Swiss right there, and then we will hold the guard in reserve.
Okay.
All right, where it belongs.
Okay.
My grognards.
All right. So, for me, I am going to go ahead and get
Andrew Brown.
actually, you know what? No, we're going to go there.
The Orloff.
So I don't have a whole lot of reason for. I'm looking at his cavalry. His cavalry is all loaded on the right-hand side over there. So, and it's only 2 spots, but you know what? We're going to go ahead and put the guard up front.
Who was that? Was that Briere? Was Briere the...
Oh,
Cross?
Napoleonics is not my area of expertise by any stretch. All right, we are set up.
All right.
Okay, so
I'm the first player.
you are, sir. So it is your honor to play.
I don't want this card.
Okay.
It's a
so-
withdraw.
Right. So
So,
that just goes into the discard, never to be seen again.
man. All right, here we go. Let's get some movement going. So I must move a unit. The 8th Leger moves forward towards this little Russian town here.
Okay.
And
Because you must move 1 unit.
Yep.
Right?
So I discarded. I
Right.
drew. Must move 1 unit. I've got no combat to declare. Nothing
Could
to
you
do.
move more than 1 unit? It's only 1.
Supply card.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So back to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So,
I'm pretty happy with my
like your
hand.
cards?
So don't look. Don't look here. So here,
Leave the
I'm pretty
thoughts.
happy with my cards, so I'm not going to bother.
Wait, can you show them again?
Yeah. So we're going to go ahead and activate our Russian guard, put them up onto the mountain.
Yeah. Those
Up
are good
onto the hill.
soldiers. Good soldiers.
Yep.
Lots of them.
And so I don't need to, so I didn't discard. I don't need to draw to replace. I moved.
Mm-hmm.
I elect to not initiate any combat. No need for restoration.
My turn.
The turn of the Russians is complete, sir.
Not drawing, not discarding. Let me say that in the right order. Not discarding, not drawing.
Okay.
The 8th Leger will occupy that Russian hamlet. And no combat, no restoration.
Okay. So now,
Franny, I'm not really sure there's actually a unit scale. It's, these are named, regimental scale, but
right.
it's just 8 units.
All right. So
But even on the Imperial Guard, it's just, Imperial Guard.
the first cav, so I'm not going to discard.
Yep.
I'm not going to draw. The first cav
It's pretty
is
much we're going to be
move.
doing this, just getting
Right.
in position here.
Oh, wait. Actually, yeah,
Whoa.
done.
Oh, the cav moves out quick.
Yeah.
All right, so back to me.
Yeah.
So
well, because he is cavalry, so he
Yeah.
can move up to 2, right?
I love it. I love it.
Okay.
Well, let's see if we can get some cavalry skirmishing going on. All right, my movement will be to. I'm going to get the 45th Regiment of Line so I'm not doing any card stuff.
Okay.
Into these woods here.
Coward.
Yes.
Okay.
And that would be all.
Okay. So the Cossacks, the Black Sea Cossacks, again, no cards right now. We're going to go, hold on, wait. Actually, you know what? We're going to move the Orlov Regs.
The Orlov Regiment.
Yes, we're going to, done.
All right.
Okay.
And then back to this kid.
Okay.
Man, oh man.
Feel better, Marlon. Thanks for joining us, man. And we'll see you, well, in the fall.
As a threatening maneuver, the Emperor orders the Imperial Guard to
Forward.
advance, but to remain behind the hill. You can hear the drums.
All right. So we're going to forego card play, and the Orlov Regiment is moving.
He slid over?
Yep.
All right.
Done.
Very cool. In another gesture of posturing his army, the Imperial Guard has crested the hill, and the Russians panic. Hopefully.
All right. So
Don't fight the Russians in the winter. Yeah. Notice I did say the summer of 1812 at the beginning of this.
Orlov
video.
is going to keep their movement over and done.
All right.
Actually, not done.
Not done?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think, let me look at
Do you have
something.
you have a redoubt card?
Don't worry about it. So that defense is +3 in the
Yeah.
town, huh?
Yeah.
We're done.
All right,
Okay.
cool. Then I will go ahead and do this. The Imperial Guard
Wow, I didn't think you would actually come down off the hills. Okay.
will demonstrate.
Okay.
They're inviting attack even. I don't know about that, but forming square with the presence of that Russian cavalry nearby.
First cav is going to move 2.
All right.
So 1, 2.
All right.
And we're going to bombard.
With the first cav?
We are.
Oh, some horse artillery?
Yes.
Oh, you jerk.
So first cav
All
is
right.
going to bombard.
So it's a 6 against an 8 plus
All right,
a 2
so hold
die
on.
6.
So hold on. The range first is 2. It's in a straight line, so that's legit. So you don't get to play any cards, correct?
Correct. This is
So,
just
That's an 8.
numbers and dice roll.
8 versus a 6 plus 2d6. So here we go. And
3.
that's 9. That's good enough. They
That's
didn't
good
need
enough.
to waste
All right.
any.
So you knocked my Guard Imperial
Yes.
down to a 5.
Done.
All right.
All right,
Well,
so this
I guess that
is-
gives me some things to do.
Right.
All right. Cool. I am not going to discard.
Okay.
Therefore, I'm not going to draw.
Right.
But the Imperial Guard will return the bombardment.
Okay.
So our range is again 2, just like you.
Yep.
Unfortunately, my number is only a 5 now
Right.
instead of an 8.
So you don't even need to roll. It's an automatic hit.
right, because like
2d6.
even if I roll snake eyes,
Right. It's still 7. But I don't want to neglect your
Okay.
honor. From,
You want me to get those 11s out of my way?
Pretty
right?
much. Yeah.
I don't know
Let's
what
get
that is.
There you go. That looks like 8.
An 8.
So that's a hit.
Man.
So the first cav takes a shot.
All right, and then now my choice is in the restoration phase here. I could play a card to beef up the strength of my Imperial Guard.
Correct. So you could play a supply card. Neither of us has a regroup card.
Right. I could
So-
play a leader, or I could play a unit card.
Right.
And I am going to say that the commander of the 3rd Corps is going to walk over to the Imperial Guard.
And be like, hey guys.
Hey guys, I got a 1 in 3 chance of rallying.
What? So why a 1 in 3 chance?
Because his rally skill is 1 to 3.
Meaning you roll 1d6,
1d6,
and that's a 6.
and that's a failure.
Yeah, it is.
And the Imperial Guard says, go back to the 3rd Corps where you belong, which is an amazing corps. but it is not the Imperial Guard.
All right. So,
All right.
nice. Good.
This is my discard pile now.
Okay.
Oh,
So
yeah.
Here.
I have
There you
that
go.
on the bottom.
There you go. All right. So for me, I elect to not discard, but I do need to draw. So don't look here. I will draw. And there we go. That was the new one. So good. So now
Third
we
column, first
must move, as you said. So yeah, we need to do this. So
Come on, First Cavalry.
So we're actually going to bring up the Lieb Grenadiers.
All
move
right.
1. And then you asked for it.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't. That's not an artillery card. It's first cav, but it's not artillery.
Gotcha. Then you have the Bombard.
Correct.
So notice I did take that risk.
You did because
I did have an Imperial Guard card to play to make sure I got up,
right, but you wanted
but
to.
I wanted to risk it, hoping you didn't. Yeah.
All right. So instead, Orlov.
He's going to
Regiment is
shell me in
gonna-
the town.
there you go.
So my light infantry, my
Is it
légère,
6.
but my town though is the
Plus
town is a
3.
+3 on defense.
So you're at 9. I'm at 6 and 1d10.
There you go. Grab a green die.
3, 9. I missed.
All right.
Wasted.
9 to 9.
No, you had a 10. No,
6
9
and
to 9.
3 is
You're
9.
right. Yeah. All right.
Restoration phase. Would you like to spend that first cavalry card on the, or do you have a leader, or are you happy with the first cav just hanging
I will play the first Cav card,
as a restoration?
right, to flip him back over as if nothing had happened.
Yeah,
Done.
that's too bad.
All right. Take care, Tony.
All right, I am going to draw 2 cards.
Are you?
I'm not gonna
You are
discard.
at 3 cards,
Yep,
yes, sir.
Not going
All
to
right.
discard. Ooh, ho, 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 ho.
Hashtag poker face.
Hashtag poker face. I'm loving it. All right, cool. So now the question is, do I get stupid?
So is
course.
it's pretty simple, as
Yeah.
you guys could see, but is it making sense? You guys able to follow along? Go ahead, T.
All right, I am going to
Must move first.
move the 8th Legere out of the town. Oh, Lon must be commanding them or something. And
Your knowledge of the Napoleonic time.
it's my
is
second
impressive,
favorite period.
right? And it's one of my least favorite, believe it or not.
Sorry.
No, I don't mind it. It's just it's the musket and pike time frame just doesn't never really grab me.
I'm going to go ahead and initiate an attack
All right.
with the 8th Legere on the Orloff Regiment.
All right, so don't look. Here, my cards. You can see I am going to elect to not play any defensive cards. Okay. So now you
Cool.
can add
Now
to
I can
your-
add to that.
You may.
But I am taking a chance here. So
Here, I'll let you choose your weapons.
I
sir.
need 2 of these.
Yep.
I'll take 1 from each group. How about
Okay. All right, deal.
that? And so I have a 6 against a 6. You're
Right.
in the open,
Right.
so there's nothing there.
Plus your
Plus that right there,
which looks like 8 more.
8.
So that's more than double. So you get to choose whether I take a withdrawal or I retreat or
Right.
I take a damage.
So this is assault combat.
Mm-hmm.
If I make you retreat, I must advance.
Right.
Unless I had a card that said not required to advance.
Correct. They kind of get bloodthirsty and just kamikaze forward.
Impetuous movement.
Right.
So we're at close quarters, and as you move up, we move forward.
Right.
And so I believe what I want to happen here is for you to retreat.
Okay. So I will move back.
And the 8th will do what he must do.
Okay.
And then for restoration,
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and play that supply card.
Hold on. There you go.
Sorry.
Okay.
To bring the Imperial Guard up to full morale.
There you go.
Right? I look at these losses as a temporary morale loss, sometimes permanent.
All right. So for my turn, I do not elect to discard, so I will draw 2 cards here. All right. So, notice.
Just wanted to see if that's what you were looking
at.
at.
Oh,
so
actually,
so I don't want to
hold
look.
on. I want to bring everything up on this one as well. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. All right. So, that's where we're at. Looking at the board. So, I do have a volley card.
Oh,
actually.
good. Okay.
I do.
I didn't think you guys had one.
We do. So, can you explain volley?
Same as a bombard.
Oh, okay. It's just a free pot shot, huh?
Yeah, but what's your range?
1.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's a bombard, but close combat bombardment.
Range of 1.
Okay.
I retreat. You know, if I'm well, there's no retreat in this. You'll either make me go down a step or not.
Interesting choices. If I want to do that. You know what? Instead, we are going to move. Plan better, Edward. Plan better.
I'm in the void.
Oh, yeah, back there.
Black Sabbath, Into the Void.
Okay, I see the error of my ways now. So,
Do you see the error of mine, too? I'm
So-
just being aggressive.
we are going to... I have to move first, right?
Well, discard, draw, move.
Right, already done that. So we're going to actually move the Kexholm Regiment forward. And we are going to initiate a volley
From the Orloff, okay.
from the Orloff.
All right.
So, Orloff,
6 on 6.
6 on 6, plus a 2d6.
There you go.
I hit 9.
Yeah,
Yep.
no doubt.
So, all right.
So we'll go ahead and reduce him.
Okay.
That'll go into
And-
the discard.
Yep.
And you don't have anybody to bring up the strength?
No,
Unless
so
you want
we're
to build
done.
a redoubt somewhere.
That's actually an interesting. Do I want to do that now or not? No, I elect not to.
All right. I'm going to discard this card of the 19th line.
Okay.
There's a misprint on the card. It actually says 19th Legere.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And I will draw a 1, a 2,
And a 3
a
licks.
3. Oh, and that is gorgeous, like Mrs. Hot. Gorgeous. All right. So here's my movement. Imperial Guard will move forward. And will initiate an attack on the first cav. So you may play a withdraw card. If you do not wish to play a withdraw card, you may augment your defense with first cav and leader. 1 leader or as many first cav as you have.
I elect to not withdraw.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. However, I will go ahead and bring in
Bagration.
That's how
Peter.
it. Okay. All right. Oh, that's an interesting spelling of Peter.
Yes.
Okay.
Welcome to Russia.
Yeah. Right. All right. So
So his combat is a 4.
4. So that's going to be my.
Look at his rally number. Oof.
Yeah. Basically, he rallies.
It'll be a long time
everybody.
before you see him come back around. All right.
So that's going to be a 10 defense.
All right. And no more play from you?
I elect to play no more.
All right. I will play a second Imperial Guard card. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Oh, I had it on the right chart. I'm looking for the reference for the ambush table, results table. So that's all I'm going to do. So we're both in the open, right? So there's no
Okay.
terrain. I'm an 8, you're a 6. You're really
So
a
I'm
10.
at 10, right.
And I'm an 8 plus 4 8-sided dice. I'm hoping for a lot of 8s,
There's no
which
need.
means I'm going to hit 1s.
Right. That looks like 6, 14, 15, looks
15, yeah.
like. Okay.
So 15 and 8 is 23.
Minus
to
10, so it's doubled.
So I can either say take a hit or retreat.
Now notice, retreating backwards or south, as it
Right,
were,
right.
I cannot. So
Right.
it would have to go side to side,
It
and
would.
I can.
It
So
would. And I would not be required to advance because my one unit involved.
correct.
Yeah. So I really want you to take a hit, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I do. I am.
Positive.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I'm going to go put these back on here. And then I'm going to play an 8th
Hey, welcome, Tony.
Legere
All right. Yep.
in my restoration phase. And the French are happy,
All right.
but still nervous.
So all of a sudden, I'm looking. I'm actually going to discard the Moscow Regiment over here.
Pretty flag.
Okay. It is. I like the blue and the yellow.
I love the Russian flag.
So 3 draw then. And Tony.
And
don't-
I will avert my gaze.
All right, here we go. So we have there.
I'll check on work.
Okay.
Business before I continue my turn.
Okay.
Number 1.
Yes.
Cock Bongo says, this happened the moment I picked up my phone to check on work. Lesson learned. Don't check on work. I'm on PTO.
Right.
PTO plus.
Yeah, it is.
Number 2, Phryne, Into the Void, Black Sabbath, right on.
Okay.
So
All right.
when last seen, the French commander was discarding and drawing.
There you go. Because I had just
And,
finished. I chose not to.
Sadly,
apply.
the first cav of the Russians will live to see another day. So, but the first cuirass will move up with
Okay.
their gleaming metal breastplates in the bright Russian summer sun. So look out, buddy. Look out, buddy. And
All right.
in fact, that's cavalry, so he can move too,
He could, but he doesn't need to.
and he will. And in fact, I'm gonna force march those guys.
All right.
Look, that's cuirass. Those are big horses. They
Right.
can handle it. So he's gonna go.
So he gets to
one
move 1 extra.
extra space.
Okay.
So right in front of the Russian guard.
Okay.
All right. So that's the end of my turn. I've got nothing to do there, and I will elect not to build any redoubts.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So for my turn, well, first off, Lum Doctor, I will add it for the next stream. We're still working out exactly how to do that, so noted on that. Also, Matthew, reset the light, please. So for my turn, first things first, I elect to not discard, but I will draw. So my draw is there. Okay. All right. Cool.
I saw the camera change,
Right.
and I'm like, oh, but don't let.
Right. All right. So now you know what? I'm going to. I feel like I'm back on my heels a little bit, but for the movement, we're going to move the Kursk forward, and then
It's getting tight over there.
then we are going to attack with the Russian Guard.
All right. You're attacking the first cuirass.
Right, and I am on a hill, which being on a hill, an attack is +2 against a non-hill,
Yeah.
so it's
Yeah.
+2 right
Yeah.
now. So do you wish to play anything, sir?
I wish to withdraw.
Oh, you coward.
Yes.
So what is it? Or go and read it.
So the defending unit may withdraw from combat after the attack has been declared, but before dice have been rolled. No other defensive cards need be played.
Okay, all right.
So these cards get goed away,
Okay.
and I will.
Bug out.
And first priority is retreating towards my own line.
Right. All right. So you know what? So Barclay de Tolly
Oh yes.
will come out, and he's going to attempt to rally
Okay.
the first cav.
Okay.
So the first cav, so it's a 1 to 3, so we got a 50-50 shot. I like my odds. It was just gas, apparently. So, all right. He,
I love it.
Just
Phryne
kidding.
says, "Yeah, Black Sabbath is a local band." That's awesome. That's one of my favorite bands.
that's very cool. All right, I'm done.
All right. I choose to keep the 3 cards I have. I'll draw 2 more. Love that draw. Like that draw. We're going to go ahead
One of my
and...
gaming buddies' moms went to school with Ozzy. That's pretty
awesome.
cool, right?
That's awesome. Well, I'm going to go ahead and do it to it. So the first Kuros will move 1,
Cowards.
2,
Okay.
and we're going to declare an attack, a 2d10 attack,
Okay.
on the Kursk Regiment.
All right. So there. I'll go in. Oh, I already cleared that.
Yeah.
This is actually really quite the conundrum I have right now. So nobody is on terrain. So
Simple
right
game,
now,
right?
right?
It's fun, man. It's a fun game. Spoiler alert, I like it.
We will play a defense
All right,
with my artillery. So that's going to be +6. So we're
Yeah.
at 12.
right. Any other defensive cards?
We're all, yeah. All right, so hold on. It's 7 versus 12 right now, right? Average of 5 on the D10, so that would be 10. That'd be 17. I'm at 12. I elect not to play
right.
anything else.
I'll play a second first Kuros. And
Oh, God.
I will bring out one of my favorite Napoleonic commanders, Michel Ney. The bravest of the brave, Napoleon called him.
Okay.
One of my favorite things is during the 100 Days, Ney was retained by the French king after Napoleon's abdication. And Ney swore to him that he would bring Napoleon to the king in an iron cage. And Ney marched out with the king's troops to confront Napoleon. And Napoleon, with his magnetic personality, just instantly converted Ney back to his command. So that did cost him his life, though. After the second abdication, Ney was executed.
I can't really blame the government for doing that after,
But
fool me once, shame on me, on you.
one look at Napoleon, and he just
I
he
can't
knew
do
who
it.
his true
Yeah.
emperor was. So,
All right.
all right, so I have 2 10s, 2 6s, and Michel has a combat of 4.
No, isn't it 4? Oh, I'm sorry, 10 and a 7. I
Right.
got it. Yeah.
Now here's something that. Oh no, I'm not.
No,
taking
he's not
that guy.
adjacent,
So
yeah.
I'm a 7 and 4 is 11 plus this stuff.
Okay. All right.
And you were a 12. All right.
So that's a 10.
Oh my God, and a 9. So that's 26.
26.
Plus, what did I say? 11. So 37.
Yeah, 37.
12. So that's triple.
Yep.
All right. So when it's triple, you take a hit and you retreat. Now, here's the sad part. This is cavalry. So when I come up into here,
They must advance.
there's also a pursuit.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I have a 1 to 4.
So do you pursue on both of those,
I-
or is it just one?
Let's double check
Okay. All right.
on the pursuit. Yeah, each card.
Okay.
So here's
do
the 1 to 4.
Okay. It
6.
whiffed.
Here's the 1 to 3. 1.
Got him. Killed him.
Got him.
All right.
So-
So there we go.
He gone. All right.
Well,
And I guess I'm done.
this is not looking good for the Russians. Okay. So these can get cleared.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Let's get all that.
So at this point, I'll go ahead and discard that.
All right. Yeah. Hey. In fact, every time you see one of those,
Right. That's a free discard. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Tony, don't look.
okay.
All right. So here we go. What do we got? All right. That's a little bit better. Little bit better. All right. So here's what we're going to do now, T.
Yes, sir.
We're going to move the Black Sea Cossacks over. And
This I don't like.
we are going to go ahead and attack with a 2d10.
Okay.
Do you wish to play anything, sir?
Well, seeing as I only have two
Two
cards available,
right.
I will elect not to play any cards in my defense.
Okay.
Except for that withdraw card.
Oh, my God.
All right. So your Black Sea Cav will come in.
And they do advance, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh. Done.
Done?
Done.
I'm going to get rid of this last card and take 5
Okay.
freshies.
All right. Well, that's good timing there, Christopher. All right, good to know.
By the way, Andrew Brown
Yes.
texted me during your turn that he has confirmed a trip to Denver for work. So we're going to get some
awesome.
gaming in
Good
with
deal.
Andy.
So even though he can't come to HeavyCon, at least he's coming. That's cool. Good deal.
All right, so I've got all kinds of cray stuff going on here. So what will I do? Oh, I do like all of that.
Yeah, Skip, and you play ASL. I'm not surprised at all that
Scott's
you
out
would.
there?
Yeah, that you wouldn't like Maneuver.
Bit too simple. Ah.
Oh, actually, Kabuki Kid, I'm going to start doing some solo playthroughs a couple a month. Yeah, that's definitely on the short list early on. So.
All right, well, let's go ahead and, man, we're going to go ahead and bombard the Black Sea Cossacks with some horse artillery from the 1st Kuros.
All right.
All right.
So it's within range.
Yep.
You're good. So 1d10. You hit. There you go. So 13.
What did I roll?
So a 6.
6.
All right.
Yeah, it's just the number, though. So it's not my 7.
Oh.
It's just my number.
Oh.
What's a hit?
Okay.
A 6 is still a hit.
It is. You're right. 6 over 5.
Right.
You're good.
And
All right.
this gets discarded, and I have nothing to do in this round. Okay.
All right. We have not yet, Eder. That may be happening. So.
Hey, I do have Colonial Twilight.
I know, which that very well might be the one that is the first. The
best player count for 18 CZ.
All right, so I'm not going to discard. I'm just going to draw one. So, there we go. That was a decent draw. Oh, hey, the chat's down on this. Don't look. Hold on. And there we go. All right, that should be better.
Can
All
I
right,
look?
cool. You can now. Yep. All right.
Christopher, I'm about to play it with Edward, 2-player, but I played it 3, 4, 5, and 6. And I'd say probably the 4 was pretty good. 6 was rough, but still good. There's just not enough companies to go around sometimes.
All right. Man, I really hate the idea of doing it, but I'm going to push my Russian guard forward.
Off the hill.
Off the hill.
Yes.
And yeah, the Cossacks are going to attack with a 2d8.
Even with their depleted strength?
They are.
Okay.
Do you wish to do anything, sir?
I elect not to play any cards this time.
All right.
Even
So,
a withdraw.
with that said, we'll go ahead and bring in Levin Auguste, Count of Benigzin.
Bennington, yeah.
All right. So that now, if I use his command, that's 2 minus 1, which is 1.
Yes.
Which allows the Russian guards to come in as well for 2d8. Or, I'm sorry. Oh, it's only for a bombard. Never mind.
Oh, it doesn't have a...
Yeah, no
but you
attack.
can use his combat.
I could, but I'll hold it back. Instead, we'll just go this.
Oh, yeah.
We'll
Dude,
go here.
Pile it on. Pile
So,
it on.
3d8.
Bennington.
All right. Nope. I think 3d8 is going to be enough.
Okay.
Well,
I'm only saying pile it on because your Cossacks are depleted, but they only were a 5 when they were full strength
right.
anyway.
Yeah, so it's not really worth it to me. All right. So 3d8 for mine. So here we go. That
12.
looks like 12. That's 12 and 4.
16 to 7.
So that's more than double.
That's Dub City.
So you either take the hit or you bug out.
Oh, man.
And it's my choice, right? Because
No.
it's double.
The attacker chooses. Oh, yeah, sorry. So what would you like me to do, sir? If I retreat, the Black Sea Cossacks are coming in.
We're okay. Go ahead and flip
Flipping
him
over?
Yep.
All right, buddy. We'll do that.
All right. So then I will play
To rally.
11 Auguste
All right, gonna
for
do some
to try
rallying.
and rally.
Cool,
So
you do
that's going to
that.
be 1 to 3 on a D6. So see if we can get a little bit better. Nope, just kidding. Boy,
Nope, just kidding.
my guys do not like their leaders.
Yeah.
All right, done.
All right.
You're up.
Europe.
Yeah.
I'm going to discard those two.
Okay.
I'm so tempted to
Chicken
discard
bug, chicken bug,
those.
chicken bug, chicken
But
bug.
I'm going to draw these 3 freshies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nah.
There's a little short guy right there on that card.
Yeah.
Short like me. You know what I forgot to do when I bombarded you?
What?
I was going to show your listeners.
Oh, the artillery
My-
brings dignity to what would otherwise just be a brawl.
That's right. Oh, now this is interesting in the extreme degree. So I must move a unit.
You, in fact, must.
The Swiss regiment
Into the field.
will begin to move to the front
Okay.
in its red coats. And then, I mean, let's just do it, right? Let's just do it. Let's send the guard smashing into the first cavalry in their confusion, in their reduced strength state.
I like to not withdraw nor to play any defensive units.
All right. So I already got you doubled. So let's just go ahead and leave it with 2 d8s.
Okay.
And we'll leave the Emperor on the sidelines here. Uh-oh. 3.
Still.
Darn. All right, double.
Yep.
Attacker chooses. Take a hit.
All right. So first cav's out.
Guard Imperial moves forward. That gets discarded. And I am content to let the first cuirassier sit there and possibly die. But let's go ahead and build them a redoubt to help them out. When in doubt, redoubt.
Right.
Okay. Now, because I love history, it is against my will that I can't think of cavalry in a redoubt. It's just not the real world.
Oh, right. Yeah.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
They're just penned in.
It's a game.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I will draw 3 cards. Don't look, Tony.
I was reading
Okay.
the thing over here.
Oh, we might have some
As long
reading
as
to
no
do.
vampires exist.
All right. Oh, good to know. Okay, cool. Good. So you guys see that? All right. So okay. So we must move, and the lead grenadiers are going to advance, and the Russian Guard are going to bombard said redoubt.
They're going to bring some dignity to this brawl.
There we go. So it's just 2d8 against 7, right?
Yes. Yep. Plus the terrain. Redoubt.
That'd be 11.
So, boom. The Karas is gone.
Yeah, they are no more.
They are no more.
And I got you to waste your redoubt card.
That's cool. We have more shovels.
All right.
All right. Good
So
job.
at that point, I like to play nothing further. The turn of the
Cool.
Russians is complete, sir.
I'm going to hang on to these guys.
Okay.
And I'll draw 2. That is very interesting. I think what I'm going to do for movement is keep the Swiss moving forward. And I'm not going to create any attacks,
All right.
sadly.
So you're done then?
And I'm not going to do anything in the restoration phase. I'm done.
Okay.
Yes.
So because the Kursk are no more, Kursk, I think. So I will discard that card. Yeah, we're good with that. So I will discard that. I will draw 2 cards. and show you guys what we just drew there. Okay. All right, so now we must move. So we will go ahead and advance.
Beat me to the woods.
Yes, exactly. So then Kexholm Regiment will go ahead and fire a volley
All right.
across to the 8th Regiment Laguerre.
All right, well, roll 2 dice and beat a 6.
Yep. Done.
7. Dang. Now you're whittling me down.
Yep.
I wish I had some volleys.
All right. So I'm done playing cards. The turn of the Russian player is complete, sir.
All right, well, I'm going to have to do some cray-cray stuff then. I'm going to have to do things like throw these 2 cards away that I'm not really that fond of throwing away. But I'm going to do that in order to draw these 2 cards, which I'm really hoping are good. And that's not too shabby.
All right.
That's a future discard candidate there. Let's see, man. You're a +2 in those woods.
I am a +2 in the woods.
I'm not
meaning
afraid.
here.
I'm sending in the Swiss.
Okay.
Here's a card to prove it.
So that is a 2d6.
2d6.
So right now it's 5 versus 8.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go 5 versus 13 in 2d6 for you. Okay. I'm done.
All
playing.
right. We'll go ahead and throw in another Swiss.
Nah, you're not.
Play a
Reinforcement.
reinforcement attempt. Darn. That kind of sucks.
No, I disagree. I think that was
No.
really well done.
I might have to bring out the Emperor for this one. And drawing the supply card makes it possible for me to do that. But it's only a 5. He's so much better at just making bigger attacks later. So we'll hang on to him for when I really need him. Okay, so let's go.
So it's 5 versus my
11, 12, 13.
13.
And
5, 11, 14. Ay,
all
vey.
right. It's a barely beat you. So you get to choose
Yeah.
whether you take a hit or retreat.
You know what? I'm willing to take the hit.
Stay in the woods?
Yeah, well, stay in the woods. Plus, you just powered through 2 of your cards.
I did,
So
I did,
I think
yes.
that's the right choice
All
there.
right. So that one's discarded. And then
Yep.
I'll play with my supply card to get the 8th Light Infantry back up to strength.
Done?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I am not going to discard. I will just play 3, or draw 3, sorry. Don't look, T.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Here, I'll occupy myself. Thus
There we go.
Funny.
So that's going to come in real handy. This, yeah. All right, so I'm going to push the Russian Guard forward. Actually, hold on. Actually, we're going to get the Cossacks to move 1, 2.
Oh. Oh. Interesting.
That'll work. And then I will play for the restoration
Okay.
phase.
No combat then. Leave
Leave
Grenadiers.
So
That's what I want to see.
there. And turn of the Russian player is complete, sir. All right. Hey, welcome, Jacob.
I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 cards and
All right.
leave that one in my hand for the moment. 1, lovely. 2, lovely. 3, that made that the correct decision. So the 19th Infantry of the line
Shall advance.
is moving forward on the flank. And then, God, that's a bummers. We're going to sit tight on that. I'm not going to make any attacks.
Okay.
And I'm not going to... Yeah, we are I think I'm gonna do another movement actually.
All right.
I'm gonna play the supply card to move an additional unit. The 8th has been taking a beating in the line. I think I'll pull back a little bit.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So you're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. So I'm going to discard the first calf because rest in peace.
Right.
So I will draw 2. And radio. There we go. Interesting. Okay. All right. So,
Would someone please type into the chat what Edward has in his... No.
the Kexholm will advance,
Nice.
and they're going to go ahead and attack
Ooh, a
the
D10
8th
attack.
Reg. Yep. So 1d10. Do you wish to do anything, sir?
I don't.
Okay. So in that case, 7 versus 6. You know what? Actually, I'm not going to play any more cards. I don't need to. I don't feel like.
Okay.
So I'll just roll the d10.
There you go.
then. So that'd be 18. I'm sorry, that'd be 15,
15
versus
6.
6.
That's double. Your choice.
Go ahead and take the damage.
Oh, no, double, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and
Damage.
take the hit.
All right, the 8th. This morale, once again, is
Lacking.
flowing.
Right. So then
This card.
I will go ahead and play the Count of St. Wittgenstein?
Sure.
Cyan?
Wittgenstein,
Wittgenstein.
but I don't know the
So
SAY.
there we go. So for the Black Sea Cossacks,
All right.
1 to 3.
And he did not do it. He did not.
Dude, my guys do not like their leaders.
I have an
at all.
interesting thing to say about that when we're done. talking
Okay,
about the end.
go
So
for
my
it.
turn?
Turn of the Russians is complete. Yes.
All right. I have 4 cards in front of me that I'm in absolute love with, so I'm going to only draw 1.
No, I'm trying to hex the 5th card.
Well, you did successfully
All
do
right,
that,
good.
sir.
All right.
So the 19th will occupy that hill,
Okay.
and we're going to just be happy with that. And I have no attacks. I have no restoration.
Done.
Yep.
I will discard the first calf.
Are you sure?
So drawing 3. And let's see what we get. Hopefully we get some good stuff here. Not terrible.
Good.
I will
Good.
say that. Not terrible.
Bring
all
it
right.
on.
So all right. So let's see here.
I should just do that. And I'm going to do that.
Yeah, I see no reason not to. So we must
Movement.
move, right?
Must move.
We're gonna go 1, 2
Gotcha.
for the Black Sea,
Okay.
and the Kexholm Regiment will go ahead and bombard east.
All right.
The 8th Reg.
Nice job. You're going to
So,
get him.
Yep. So there we go, and 2d6.
2d6? Oh, you got him. Unless you roll the...
There you go, 9.
All right.
Get him up. All right.
Good job.
That's a
Good
little
job.
bit
Good
better.
job.
And
Because you moved that cavalry unit,
yes.
take this opportunity to illustrate an illegal move. 1, 2 does not
Right.
constitute a move.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right.
Going back to where you started.
And on that note, we're done.
Guns
Go
of
ahead.
Gettysburg.
All right.
Yeah, Guns of Gettysburg is pretty cool.
All right.
Played it a few times back with Dan.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a year and a half at
It's
least,
been a while.
right?
It's been at least
Yeah.
that long. Go for it.
Cool. Well, I got 5 cards. And I'm going to keep them.
Okay. That worries me.
And I'm going to do this. Ding, ding.
I was trying to make my way into the forest, but
Yeah. And so my guard cavalry will attack you. You gonna juice that up at all?
I elect not to.
All right.
You know what? Hold on. But instead,
you will withdraw.
we will withdraw.
Withdraw.
So,
All right.
and
That
they
was
do
fun.
not have to follow, right?
Not required to advance.
Okay.
The guard cavalry, not required to advance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else, sir?
No, sir. I have no restoration, so it's you.
All right.
I wish it was Friday already.
I'm actually not going to discard anything, so I'm just going to draw the 2.
All right.
Hopefully they're good ones.
Avert my gaze.
Here we go. Okay. All right.
Andrew, we're playing Bohemia, the 2-player variant with Václav. Václav the Jerk, from what I'm told. I've not played it yet. But, yeah. Like when he owns 2 and 3 companies, he's more jerky because he eats more trains.
So you know what? We're going to push forward there, too.
Sounds good. I will attack you in either forest.
That's fine.
Hopefully.
So be it.
Yeah.
But at least now you got to use your move
Exactly.
to come get him. And I'm done. That's
All right.
it.
Let's draw 1. Let's keep these. Ooh, a card I have to read. Oh, yeah. That doesn't suck. All right. The 19th Regiment of the Line moves across no man's land even further now. And that's it for my turn. I don't have
Okay.
anything else to do.
First Gav.
Yeah.
Draw 1. Don't look. There you go. All right.
Agreed, Tone or Andrew.
No, I think we're... that's actually... You know what? I think I'm okay with that.
All right.
So now what do we do to move?
You don't need to be in that redoubt anymore, I don't think.
Right.
How many of these cards do I have before I decide to throw it away? 1 each.
I'm going to move him over 1 there. And done.
All
Go
right.
ahead, sir.
Yeah, your turn is done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and throw it away anyway. It's the French sappers, which would negate your redoubt.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right.
But since I don't intend to ever attack it,
Right.
oh, geez darn, that would be so coolly fun. All right, we'll have to figure out how to best use that. So let's go ahead and move the 19th into there. And initiate an attack with the 19th against the Lieb Grenadiers.
I elect to not play anything in my defense.
All right, sir. I will bring in another Lieb Grenadier unit.
Or a 19th, as it were.
Or, sorry. Yes,
That'd
the
be weird.
19th, yes. It
Wait,
would be
you
weird.
turned them on me.
Well, they might want to actually
Right.
change sides here in a minute. And then the Emperor,
Oh, jeez.
Napoleon, with his command of 4. That means like he can control 4 units in an attack.
Minus 1. So 3.
4 units in the attack. The 1 and the bring it in
and
the
then
3.
3
Yeah,
on the
yeah,
sides.
that's why the
right.
minus 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
So what he's going to do is cause the 4th Regiment of the Swiss to attack.
Okay.
I won't play any Swiss cards though.
So how does that help it then? It's just the 5
Just
that's on
the 5.
okay.
Yeah. I have a Swiss card, but it's only a bombard card.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
I'm hoping to like shoot the remains here in a minute.
Okay.
Okay. So because he wouldn't help in the attack.
So
anyway.
4d6.
But since now the 4th is a supporting unit to the 19th, so I could also play 4th cards as well. Which,
Sure.
Yeah. So you can see how that could be really powerful attacks if you've got a lot of cards or a lot of units going
So
on.
Napoleon doesn't count for the battle. He just brings in
Right.
the 4th. So that's
He's
gonna
got
be,
a command rating and a combat rating.
Right.
I can use one or the other.
Gotcha.
All right. But he rallies on a 1 to 5, and he could do a grand battery with some stuff. But I just need to get him out of here. So
Okay.
I get 4d6
Plus 12.
plus 12, and you're an 8 because you're in the woods.
Correct.
All right.
So that looks like 6, 10, 12.
So
12 and 12. 24.
So 24
So triple.
to 8 is triple.
Okay.
So with a triple, you take a hit and you retreat.
Okay. So.
And now the woods are between you and my 4th Swiss bombard.
Correct. All right.
Hint, don't move back into the woods.
So, but he must advance.
And he must follow up.
Okay.
And these are on the discard pile, and I have nothing to do in my restoration phase, so your go.
All right. Moscow's going to move. Not going to draw any cards. Done. Go ahead.
That was your whole turn?
Yep.
Sweet. All right, let's draw 3 cards.
I'm betting that you use so many of those that I should be in good shape for this turn. At least that's the idea.
Yeah. Man. I got a few things I want to do. Too many things I want to do. Let's get crazy.
All right.
All right. So the 19th will move to here,
Okay.
and then I'm going to force march him to here. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll put that on the
So
discard
there's your
pile.
movement.
There's my movement. And then I am going to not do anything else at the moment. So I'm done.
Okay.
Your turn.
Moscow's going to move. Done. Go ahead.
All right. I only have 4 cards. I'm going to throw this away to make it a requirement to draw 2 more.
Okay.
Oh, Marshal Lannes. He was killed on a bridge in Austria, and when the emperor learned of his death, he wept. That's how important Lannes was to the emperor's command. Cool. So let's hope Lannes doesn't die on me here. Let's go ahead and send the 4th Swiss into the woods.
There's nothing I could have done.
Exactly.
So,
And we'll go ahead and do the bombard. At range of 2, but I had to get in the woods, so.
I'm going to make you roll.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if you're going
No,
to pull a retreat
no,
card
no,
or a withdraw
no.
card or whatever. So it's a
No.
D10.
Yep.
So I got to beat a 5.
Right. Done.
Whoa.
There we go.
I can't see it.
8.
An 8.
Done. All right.
All right.
So, leaves
the
out.
leaves are gone.
And they must advance, correct?
It's a bombard.
You're right. You're right.
And for supply phase, or the restoration phase, I have a supply card, but I don't have a reduced unit, so I'm good.
All right. Okay. So, we will move.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Actually, yeah. We'll move, and then we'll volley.
Nice job.
So 2d8.
I wish I had a withdraw card.
So got to hit 7 or more, right? 9. Takes the...
Flip 'em over, buddy.
Done.
Flip him on his back. Rub his belly.
And the Russians are complete.
All right. Well, I guess now I have a reduced strength card, so I better hang on to that. Question is, do I keep Marshal Lan? Let me decide. He's really pretty cool.
Paul, welcome.
But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to keep the Marshal safe.
Right.
So that the Napoleon does not have to weep.
So he just goes into the discard.
Exactly. And that was...
wow, a rally of 1 to 5.
Yeah.
I would still find a way to roll a 6.
His combat and his command is only a 2, though.
Right.
Which is, by the way, wrong. So let's go ahead and do some good stuff then, right? Let's do this. We'll send the guard cavalry moving here. And we're going to 2d6 bombard you.
I'm not going to play anything.
All right. So I just need to beat a 6 because you're in the woods.
Yep.
Just need to beat a 6 with these 2 dice. So come on, 7.
8.
That's an 8. All right. So we are
I'm
nearing
on the ropes.
nearing
On
the
the ropes.
conclusion of this particular battle on
Yep.
the steppes of Russia.
All right, so I'm just drawing.
Supply phase.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go ahead and play my supply card to get this unit up.
You suck.
Yeah.
I will draw.
So I've been told.
I will draw 1. There.
Paul. It's a fun game, man. Tony Dice Master. Yeah, I love games with dice in them.
All right, so we have to move.
I like your dice, your card holders.
Thank you. Came with the table.
Yeah.
All our patrons, when they order a table from BoardGameTables.com, they
long.
get a free set of card holders.
That's cool.
So,
That's cool.
card holders or chip holders, one or the other. So, all right, Moscow is going to attack. You going to play anything coming north to the 19th?
If only I could, buddy, but I can't.
All right. So that is 6 versus 7 plus a D1 or a D10. That's it. Just the D10. So I need to roll at least a 2. That's an 8.
6 and 8 is 14.
So
Double.
that's a double.
What would you like me to do?
Take the damage.
Oh, man. All right, sir.
Done.
Your turn.
And,
Your turn is done.
Yes, turn is done.
All righty. I am going to discard this first cuirass because they have given their all for the Empire.
Okay.
Oh, Nicholas Soult. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. In many ways. Let's see. Let's get this. Let's get this party on the road, shall we? You know, it's the Imperial Guard. If it wasn't such a high quality of man, I would never do this. But the Imperial Guard will advance into the breach between Russian guards and an infantry regiment.
Okay.
And then I will play, in my restoration phase, I will play Soult to attempt to rally the 19th. I need a 1, 2, or a 3. I've flipped a 4. Neither one of us are very inspirational today.
We're not at all.
The guy was on his horse, riding in front of the troops, whipping his hat into the air. Men, rally for your emperor. And what did they do? They're like, dude, we're in the middle of Russia. Get the hell out of here. And we've been
cheers to Napoleon, and that's that, right? All right, so I will draw 1 card. I'm not going to, well, you know what? I am going to discard. Ooh, wait, maybe not. I am not going to discard. I'm just going to draw 1, and instead we will go there, which that actually really interesting. So Orlov's going to move. So the redoubt goes away.
Nice.
And
no doubt.
They're going to fire on the 19th.
So you're going to do an attack there?
I am.
All right. So 2d8. All right, let's see. Would you accept a card played for the 45th Regiment?
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Only on Wednesday.
Free beer tomorrow.
Yes.
All right. So no, I don't have anything to play.
All right. So I like my chances.
2d8 and a 6. Oh yeah.
So that's 11. That's 17. That's 4 times.
That's
by
4
the way.
times.
So he's removed
he
no
gone.
matter what.
He
Even
gone.
if he was full strength,
Yes.
he was removed.
All right.
All right.
But the stragglers did manage to get the eagle back to the French line. So we are not going to let an eagle fall into the hands of the Russians.
And turn of the Russians is complete.
Okay, I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a chance here. I could really use these 2 guards in about 3 turns. But 1 unit away.
Right.
So let's not, because that's the 45th way back here.
Okay, so push him forward, sure.
Right, so let's grab 3 cards. I can, from the deck here, 2 of which were 45ths. So that was really not a big help. But we will go ahead, and maybe I should have kept Solt or Lon around.
To be able to activate them both.
Yeah, because that would have been special.
Okay.
But I'm going to sit tight.
Okay.
We're just advancing.
Okay. All
Muskets leveled.
Sure.
Bayonets fixed.
All right.
Your turn, buddy.
All right. So I will draw 1 card. So here we go. So there. That's really... All right. So move. Get him out of the
That's
breach.
what I was hoping would not happen. But
And then we will fire
oh,
via bombard the 4th Regiment.
From the Moskva.
So that's going to be, we need a,
Uh-oh.
we're halfway home.
Yep.
7.
Yeah.
Got him.
Yeah. Just needed a 1. No, that's not true.
No, I needed
Yeah.
a 5 or higher.
I don't know what I'm thinking.
So,
all right, good job.
all right, and
You dirty dog. You dirty Russian dog.
and done.
All right, get rid
It's
of that
not
card.
over yet.
Get rid of
It's
that card.
Not over yet.
I'm certainly
She's tuning.
throwing
She's
away
not
that one.
Singing.
And now I'm going to keep these.
All right, Kabuki. We'll see you in a bit if we're still here.
So let's draw the 1. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. And God bless America. God bless America. The 45th Regiment of Line.
The one that you discarded the cards for, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Just.
Yeah. He
Okay.
moves forward.
Okay.
I don't know. It could be a feint or a bluff.
be,
I don't
could
know.
be.
I don't know.
Okay.
And we'll bring the 4th back up to strength with a 4th card.
Played that.
Yeah.
Okay. You're done.
And I am good.
All right. I will not discard. I will draw 1 card. There. Don't look.
Oh. I was reading the...
Nice.
Chat.
That was actually a really good draw for me. All right. So we must move. And Moscow is just going to push forward. And on that note, you know what? Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
The 4th Swiss, is that intimidating?
No, actually, no. Orlov's going to move here. There we go.
Oh,
That's what we're wanting.
Interesting.
All right. So
Building a redoubt anywhere?
the
Damn it, he is.
the Russians are going to attack.
Oh, the guard.
West. Yep.
Guard on guard crime here.
Yes.
All right. I will play a value 7 defense card.
Okay. You're done, right?
Yes.
So I'll play another Russian guard, and then I'll play my leader, which will activate Orlov just for Orlov's sake. So that looks like to be a 2d6 and a 2d8.
Yeah.
So
I'm at 15.
right, 15 to 14. So you're at +1.
I'm at, yeah.
So yeah, -1 from my rolls. So that's 11, 14, 17, 16. Yeah.
12 and
So 15, 18.
12 and 5 is 17, right?
Right. So 16. So 16, 22, I'm at 30. Right?
But you're really at 31.
31.
31 to 15.
Right.
You're
31 to 15 double. Right.
All right, cool. What would you like me to do?
Go ahead and take the hit.
Ah, interesting. All right. Discard all this crap.
All right. And I'm done.
Okay. Imperial Guard. Let's draw 2. 1, 2. All right. Well, I hate that you're in that town. But let's go
Because the
ahead.
town is +3 right here.
Yeah.
Kexholm.
Let's go ahead and get the 45th going. So he's going to attack you with 2 6-sided dice.
I elect not to play a card in my defense.
Okay. So I'm going to lay out 2 more of those. So now I've seen all 5. The 2 I threw away.
Wow.
So that's 6d6. So I'll have to roll these a
Yes.
couple of times.
All right.
The game only comes with... The game is not expecting attacks of such magnitude.
Right. Hold on. Neither are the Russians.
So you're a 10, my friend, because you're in the town.
I am.
And I'm a 6. So here's my first pair of 6-sided dice.
So 6.
So 6. So remember a 6.
Yeah, I got you.
All right.
6 plus 6, that's 17, ouch. 23, 27. 33,
That's
That's triple.
10. So we
So-
tripled you.
so-
you take a hit and you retreat.
and you advance.
The 45th into the smoldering town full
He
of
survived,
full
though.
of dead Russians.
He still survived, though.
He did, but he's in between the Guard Imperial.
Yeah, but you have no cards left.
Well, not for the 45th, that's
Right.
for sure.
Well, yeah, right.
All right. And I have nothing to do, unfortunately, in my restoration phase.
All right, I am not going to discard. I have 2 cards, very important cards. 3. So
And my deck
There we
is
go.
running low.
it is. Okay. Okay, so we must move. Moscow's moving up. And Kexholm is going to attack the Imperial.
Until I withdraw.
Okay. Cowards. Okay.
Restoration phase, sir?
I will go ahead and play my supply to flip him back over. That's a little bit better. Turn of the Russians is complete.
I have 1 card. I'll discard it and get 5 freshies. 1, 2, 3, 4.
How many cards do you
5.
have left?
I have 4
4
remaining.
left in your deck.
Yes.
Okay.
yes.
And I still have quite a bit. He's been powering through. I still have a ton in mine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, these 3 cards are for a dead unit.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be, huh?
The only, you know, I saying this in game, but you know the only good French is a dead French.
Yes. We. Well, let's see. Should we just be...
So are you guys enjoying this for those that are non-war gamers? Is it thematic
Sure.
for the French to be doing so much withdrawing? Rand wants to know.
Well, not under Napoleon, but in pretty much every other war, the French do a lot of withdrawing.
Oh, that hurts. So I have a cracked or bruised rib from snowboarding. Don't make me laugh, dude. That hurts. Do you know?
Oh, I have to make a movement.
You do.
Yes.
Do you know why there are so many trees in France?
No.
The Germans like to march in the shade.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I know.
I'm going to go ahead and, as my movement, I'm a force march. The Guard Cavalry. Nah.
It was a feint.
1, 2.
Okay.
I was like, I just want to get to the woods, but cavalry already moves
Right,
too.
right.
Just out of my mind there. So cool. So then, yeah, I'll go ahead and initiate some combat with the Moscow Regiment from the 4th, the Swiss, who have been covered with some glory today.
Okay.
Cool. I was hoping
All
you
right.
wouldn't do it, but I'm glad that you used it in defense rather than attack.
Sure. So that's 11.
So, no more cards from me.
2d8.
Cool.
11. So you're at 5.
Oof.
Ooh.
Man,
Well,
so
it's the Swiss, right?
so wait a minute. So that's less than.
Yeah, it
so,
is.
I'm going to have to take a hit.
Oh.
Pass the duchy.
Oh.
All right.
Well, now.
So now I'll force march the hell out of there. No, I can't.
You can only do that during
Exactly,
the movement, right?
exactly.
So you're done?
Yes, sir.
So rest the Lieb Grenadiers. I will discard that and draw 4. You know,
Either unbalanced. It does come with 8 armies, and maybe there's unbalance when you're having the Americans fighting the Ottomans or something like that.
I'm going to discard the skirmish as well and draw 5 new ones.
But like balance, what is balance? It's got these things and it's got these things, right? So like a lot of the battle depends on just how you're dealing with the other random features. If I have bad draws and roll low, 2 French armies, one beating the other one up, would still seem unbalanced.
All right, so here's what I drew, guys. Okay. So this is going to be the important card right here, along with that. So here we go. So for a movement, I'm going to move the Kexholm 1. The Russian Guard's going to move.
And going to attack my
And they're
Guard
going to
Imperial.
attack the Guard Imperial,
Cool.
sir.
I will get a Sharpie and change the name of this to withdraw. I'm not going to play anything, sir.
All right.
I choose not to. How about that?
Awesome. So, a moment of silence for the Guard Imperial. And that's 15, 23, that's 4 times.
He gone.
Here you go.
All right. They have met their Waterloo.
And
It's 4-4.
done.
All right. Get rid of that.
Okay. Yep.
I'm going to discard these 3 for the 8th because, they're dead.
And draw your final 4 cards.
And I will. I'm considering getting rid of this card.
Which means you would then shuffle because my
But I'll
deck,
just
right?
I'll just
No?
keep these.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh. Joachim Murat.
Greek
Just-
or French, as it were.
A French cavalry commander who was very what's the right word? Flamboyant.
Okay.
With his
All right.
his uniforms and things like that. The future king of Naples. And yeah.
So Richard says, I'll be honest, this isn't what I imagined a war game to look like. Was picturing miniatures for some reason. Is this typical? Yeah, I would say
There are miniature war games.
there are. In
I'm going
fact,
to talk
you're
about
gonna,
one.
right at the end. But for the most part, it's a lot of either hex encounter or blocks. A lot of them, Richard. So yeah, there's a vast variety of different war games out there. And I mean, you can go look
All
at
right.
Maria that we did. We just did Combat Commander Europe as another example. We did a playthrough of it last month. So I would definitely say check that out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a super tiny map. I mean, it's only 4. It's more. This is like a skirmish type setup.
I don't need to do that. 'Cause
All right, you're moving,
Cavalry
right?
moves 2, so the guard cavalry will sweep around the flank
Sure.
to hit the unsuspecting Orloff
Ah,
in the flank
Okay.
with an attack.
All right. And we'll just bug out and get into the forest. Thanks.
All right.
Okay. And they must follow, right? No, they do not.
They are not required to advance. Let me consider that possibility.
Yeah, get right in there.
They do not advance.
We'll have a little cavalry sandwich.
They choose. That's right. Horse meat. We're good.
Done?
Yes.
All right. So my Black Sea Cossacks are no good to me. I will get rid of that. So I'm drawing 4 cards. Exactly, Hefe. All right, here we go. Let's see what the draw was.
Plethora.
Man. Didn't draw what I wanted necessarily, but that's pretty exciting. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
What do I do for movement? Let me see.
He was fond of leopard skins.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Moscow is going to move.
You're lucky you retreated. That was a 2d10 attack.
Yeah.
And Murat was going to lead it.
And done.
Done with everything?
Yep, your turn.
I'm going to discard these 2.
Okay. So now you have to shuffle.
I am going to have to take
Okay.
a moment to
All
shuffle
right.
this mess of crap here, which I'm really bad at shuffling these kind of cards, so you might want to shuffle them for me.
Here.
They're not sleeved.
Right. I'm not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Look, yep, see that? The professional card handler.
As I fumble cards everywhere, right?
But these are smaller than what you're
They
normally
are
professionally
yes,
handling.
yeah. Not really the greatest shuffle, but good enough.
And could you put the guard cavalry on top, please?
Okay, hold on, wait. Here, I will cut my own shuffle.
There you go.
There you go.
All right.
Done.
All right.
Okay.
So I need 3 of those beasts.
right.
Oh, guard cavalry. Guard cavalry.
What are the
and
odds?
guard cavalry.
You're
Joker,
welcome.
Joker, Joker. All right.
Well, you did ask nicely.
I did. Okay, well, interesting. In some ways.
What's up, buddy?
Well, I got to do a movement, right?
You are, in fact, obligated to.
So we're going to send the 4th into the woods. We're not going to schedule any combat, but we're going to start chopping down some of those trees in that woods, and we're going to build us one heck of a redoubt in there.
Okay, so that's +5 right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And because the game is on the line, Murat is going to rally the Swiss, and his rally number is a 1 to 5.
Chicken bow, chicken bow, chicken bow.
I can't
Got
see
it.
it.
You got it.
Okay, cool.
So to attack, you do have to play a card for that unit, correct?
Yes,
Okay. All right. So you're done?
I am done.
Okay. So I'm going to discard Lead Grenadiers, rest in peace, and that's it. And I will draw 1. Oh, will I? Yes, I will draw just 1, and here's what we drew.
Oh,
That's all right. Not the best draw. All right.
good to know.
The Russian Guard are going to push forward.
You know I got all my cards back, right?
I do.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Okay, over to me.
Yep.
Wow. I'd really like to get rid of those 2 cards and draw something potentially more meaningful, but with 4 units out of the game.
Yeah, that's a
lot
lot of
dead
dead cards
cards,
for
yeah.
you.
So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2.
Eder, that's something that I want to try and get to the table and to the live stream this year sometime. Space Empires 4X.
I am going to move the 2nd Regiment of Legere into the woods,
Okay.
where their blue uniforms blend greatly with the green trees.
Yeah, obviously. So that's where I'm at card-wise still.
Okay, okay. And I have something to also do on my movement phase.
Okay. So supply card.
A supply card.
Move a second unit.
I'm going to get the guard cav to come off the Orlovsky, who was here, right?
Yes.
To go 1, 2.
Okay.
All right.
Done?
Yes.
All right.
So I'll discard that. I got nothing for restoration.
I'm going to discard these two. The Kursk is dead, and
Kutuzov.
Kutuzov is, well, for all intents and purposes, dead to me. So I will draw 2 cards because I need better cards. So here we go. And there's that. Okay. Well, we are going to move Orlov up, and then we're going to play a supply card and move the Russian Guard forward up onto the mountains.
Cool.
Done.
No attacks, no
Nope.
restoration.
Nope. Well, there's nothing to restore.
The first Kuros died gloriously on the field, so we'll discard that. And we'll draw 2 cards, and we will love them because we have to. Interesting. You're a very interesting monster. The Guard Cavalry will continue to shadow the Russian Guard. I don't know why.
Right.
And I'm good for the turn.
Okay. So I will discard the Black Sea Cossacks, who also died heroically on the field of battle. I will draw 2 cards.
Yes, the game is ticking down
It
here.
is. It is.
Hopefully one of us can kill a 5th.
So we have that. Okay. We will go ahead and push the Orlov forward.
Boy, I haven't seen a single committed attack card out of you yet.
Weird.
You got 3.
Huh.
That's the only way you could lose one at the same time as attacking me.
Right, yeah.
And
Oh,
right
I'm
now
aware.
would not be the time to do a committed attack if you've got a half-step unit.
Done.
Cool. Over to me.
Yes, sir.
Man,
It's getting close.
it is indeed.
I have 6 cards left. And you keep going the
I have
wrong
5.
way.
I have
And
5.
You keep going the wrong way. Just saying.
The 2nd Legere
Okay.
towards the Russian Guard. And we'll initiate an uphill. Muskets unloaded, fixed bayonets, packs down. We're going up that hill.
Not playing anything to their defense.
All right.
And neither are you. So go
So this one
yeah,
won't
there
be
you go.
played.
Right.
But Solt will come in,
Okay.
and he'll bring the Guard Cavalry.
Oh,
in.
that sucks. Yeah, that hurt. Okay.
All right.
So
Unfortunately,
I'm on
I
a
don't
hill.
have any Guard Cavalry cards. But
I'm-
yeah, so you're at 10.
Yeah, I'm at 10.
I'm at 14 plus 2d6.
All right.
So I'm not going to get what I wanted because of that stupid guerrilla.
Yep.
The Russian partisans.
You are in Russia. So
8?
that's 8.
14,
22?
8, 22.
22 is
22,
double.
10, doubled. So I would like you, sir, to take a hit. Take a hit.
Okay.
Let's put you on the edge, right?
Yep.
You have 4.5 units lost now.
Yes. Are you done, sir?
Yes. You can end the game by just discarding all your cards, it looks like, and finishing your turn.
Almost.
But you only control 2 spots over here. I control 1, 2.
No, that's
3.
on your side.
Oh, yeah. I control 1, 2, and you control 1, 2. So it would come down to, so you could win if you get through all your cards right now and you move a unit over.
Right.
Yeah.
So We're not going to do that, though. I'm going to discard.
That's the ungentlemanly way. But of
And
course,
I will
you are
draw
Russian,
2.
so I'm not expecting any gentlemanly behavior here.
Okay. Oh, huh. Okay, shall we? Okay. Here we go.
He's thinking better about it. Oh, it's Mr. Dave.
You know what? Let's swing for the fences.
Richard, I know Kyle wants to do
Yeah.
one in January.
Yeah.
He wanted to do another in December, but holidays and sick kids didn't work out for him.
Orlov is advancing,
Well, holidays for any of us.
and
All right.
they're going to roll a 2d8 against the 45th.
The 45th? Really? In town?
Yeah.
We're out of here.
Okay.
We will give you the town. It's full of nothing but dead Russian soldiers anyway. And now you will enter the town.
Huh.
All right. So that can be discarded.
Yes. And I'm done.
All right. I
The
am
game's over if you don't win here.
correct.
No, I'm saying you will lose if you do not end the game here.
I'm going to get rid of this forced march card
Okay.
in hopes of drawing cards that I can actually use to make an attack of some variety. Okay. Come on, baby. All right, well, let's rock and roll, shall we?
All right, let's do it.
A last-ditch attack.
Yep.
The sun is sinking low. One final cavalry charge will carry the day for the French. I have to make a movement, right?
You do.
All right, so the 45th will go ahead and get into the woods.
Yeah, he'd probably run away like you should, coward.
And the guard cavalry will attack the Russian guard. More guard-on-guard crime. Thank you, Richard.
I'm not playing anything. Nothing I can do.
Oh, holy cow. So 2d8.
Yeah.
It's an 8 against a 10, or an 8, because you're
Yeah.
on the hill.
So game's over.
So roll those. Get
Oh
those
wait,
out
no,
of there.
no, no. You have to get
No, no.
double me.
Dude,
You still have to get double.
I can still Tony this.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm counting on
It's
it.
dice.
So hold on, before you roll,
Okay.
the game was going to end if you didn't have that withdrawal. And I'll explain why when
Okay.
we're done.
All right.
All right.
I love it.
Chickabo, chickabo, chickabo.
Are we talking photo finish here, baby?
Chickabo, chickabo, chickabo.
9.
That's enough to do it. So because it's 8 versus 8 plus 9.
Yes,
That
is
doubled
double.
it. So my
So
Russian
I
guard-
give you, no, I give you the choice, right? Or it's
No,
double.
It's
so
double. So
attacker
you
chooses.
choose.
So
That's
elimination.
why. Or else I would
So-
have withdrawn. So
So
here's
I won an attrition victory.
So here you go. I just drew 2 of those, but you look at what I had here, Tony. So I had a 1d10, a 2d8,
Oh.
and a 2d6. He was going to get quadrupled.
The
and
45th?
Yeah, and
He was
get
gonna get smackered.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I was going to kill him.
Good fight,
game.
buddy. Good
Good
fight.
job.
Good fight.
Good job. All right, so yeah. Oh, I need to bring up chat. Hold on. All right, so there we go. So yeah, what'd you think? I enjoyed that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty simple, really simple actually for a war game. It's there's not a lot to it, and I do like the idea of in Maneuver. It has how many different factions?
There's 8.
8 different.
And there's an expansion that just came out, within the last 6 months, right?
think
that
so,
adds some more
yeah.
armies and things.
Right. So yeah, pretty cool. I mean, for this being a very much an entry level skirmish game that kind of is an introduction to a card driven war game, I think this played pretty well. I actually owned this for a brief while, and then I was like, it's Napoleonic, and I'm like,
Sure.
and I got rid of it. But honestly, this would be fun to throw down as a filler during the game day for you and I. Like if we're waiting for
Absolutely.
another game to finish, I think this would be excellent for what it is. I think this is really, really good. So,
So I like the game. I've had
Yeah.
this game for a million years, and I have not played this game until today in quite a long time.
Okay.
Because Matt, who's my primary guy to play this with, and we play it to death. He moved back to Kansas, right?
Right.
So it's been at least a year since I played this game, and I do enjoy the game. It's a fun game. I do have a good time when I play it. It's not a real super heavy game. or
beer and
whatever.
pretzels, right?
But like, here's why I like this game. Because in my heavy Euro games, I want you and me to decide what happens, not the mechanics.
Right.
Right? But in war games, I want the mechanics to have an influence on what you and I decide. Because stupid stuff happens in war, right? Like, orders don't get there.
Yeah. Confusion.
The charge of the Light Brigade happened because the commander said, "Oh, he misunderstood his orders." right? Stuff happens because of chance, right? Things, in the Civil War, people are drunk, right? They're not acting when they should, right? Because this game, there's situations that show up on here. It's like, people would maybe think, well, that's dumb. The 4th Regiment would never just stand there and let that happen to them.
Right.
Right? But what the card mechanics are doing in this game is they're zooming you back out, right? So they're taking control away from you as a commander. And no general has complete control over a battlefield and stuff like that, right? And what the cards also do, because there are 5 for each of the 8 different kinds of units, the way they come out and everything, it reminds me very much of one of my favorite miniature games, which is...
Because you used to be really big into
Oh
miniatures.
yeah. And in fact, I'm gonna run a miniatures game at HeavyCon.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's gonna be Napoleonics, but I hope you'll still play.
I'm in. Sure. Yeah.
This is one of my favorite miniatures war games. Originally it was Piquet, and then my friend Brent bought the rights to that, and he made a second version of Piquet called Field of Battle, and it has a card-driven system too. And what these cards and what these cards do is, besides taking that control away, and not everybody can get their head around this, but I think it makes like a temporal distortion in the game too, right?
How so?
Because like that unit wouldn't sit there all that time and stuff like that, but then when I finally move it or finally draw the cards for it, it does something. But that's only our problem, because you and I are thinking linearly, right? But in the context of the narrative of the story that was this battle, I can easily imagine that all those things are happening at different times than they physically happened on our table. Because they physically happened on our table in this linear fashion, so that we as humans can actually play this stupid game.
Right. Because you can't have simultaneous stuff taking place all over. Right.
And then secondly, it also lets my head, a lover of history, fill in the gaps. Why did the 4th stay
Just
there?
stay there. Hey,
Right?
maybe
there was so much smoke, because this is black powder.
Right.
I didn't even see the Moscow regiment, that commander, on the field right there, and I didn't even see until you were, oh my God, well, quick, volley, So it lets me fill in those gaps, right? The order got lost, right? I want the second line to get in the battle.
Because there's no radios back then.
There's no radios back then, right? And even today, in the era of satellite, GPS,
Still happens.
stuff happens, right?
Yep.
So like, this game gives that to me,
Okay.
right? That's what I suck the marrow out of that gameplay in this game.
Which is
right?
really
because the
interesting.
actual mechanics of like the combat and everything, whatever. It's a pretty vanilla game.
See, and I find this really fascinating for somebody who abhors a lot of output randomness in games, i.e. just random draws or random dice rolls in 18xx, a lot of heavier Euros, stuff like that. But in a war game, it has to be there. It can't,
has to.
Otherwise it's deterministic, and
You
it just
can't
makes
legislate that into the rules.
Correct.
It has to be there in the
I agree.
mechanics.
And so thematically, this is where theme really does come through. Absolutely has to have that to make it make sense.
Yes.
So, cool. All right, good stuff. All right.
No radios and no spell check.
Yeah. So, I mean,
15s, Dave.
there's the reason they say, battle plans don't survive contact with the enemy,
That's
right?
right. That's
So,
right. That's
cool.
right.
All right. Well, thanks a lot. Thanks
Thanks,
for
buddy.
It was a good game. It wasn't even a butt whooping. You just
That was tight.
It was.
Came down to the end one way or the other.
It was,
actually.
yep, one way or the other. So, because what I could have done is just moved a unit around and come in and then won the game.
Yep, just get some terrain
Yep,
and use your cards.
Yep,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
So, cool. Well, thanks everybody for sticking with us through the internet issues today. We really appreciate it. If you like this and you enjoyed it, like the video down below. Don't forget to subscribe. Now that we're back, it's 2018, we're going to be doing 3-4 playthroughs a week of various games, whether it's everything we say at the beginning, whether it's medium-heavy strategy games, 18xx, or more war games like this. So yeah, and if you want to support the show, we have 624 patrons that do. We definitely appreciate it. You can see it down below, pledgehc.com. Support the show that way if you wish. We definitely appreciate it. So on behalf of myself and Amanda, who is currently at work, thank you, Amanda. Tony, thanks a lot. Thanks for teaching us, and we'll see you guys in a couple days. Cool. Take care, everybody.